Got short. Mine. That's not what she
Just get some cold water.
said.
Morning. Yeah, it's all right.
Wake up with us, it's time to rise and shine. Morning mayhem's on the air, we're feeling fine. So we got a Michael, Tomlin, and Mama Manning too, bringing you the latest, there's nothing we can't do. Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional, we're knocking down the door.
Good morning, Woodland, and welcome to today, August 28th. And if you haven't noticed yet, it's gonna be a doozy out there, and probably in here as well.
Today
is
and
gonna
tomorrow.
Be warm today and tomorrow. The heat and humidity index are through the roof. It's going to be about 90 some odd degrees outside, which means it'll probably be about 90 some odd degrees inside somewhere in this building. So if you don't have AC, make sure you're drinking water. Stay hydrated because that's key to staying on top of your game. Don't forget that the community of Oxford needs your help. There's a food drive and some donations for those who were hit by the flooding that happened last week in Oxford. So check with your advisor because the class of 2027 is sponsoring that drive. And don't forget to take care of your Chromebook. If you want to see different ways you can take care of your Chromebook, you can look on the slideshow on the hallways, or you can go to reading16ct.org and go under the page for Woodland, and you'll see an update on there. However, on that good idea to take care of it is don't leave a pencil or a pen on your Chromebook when you close it. That is one of the number one ways to break the screen.
Oh,
Good.
That is. The community puzzles there in the media center. Why don't you go find a piece and put those pieces together? Now, how do you guys build your puzzles? What's your key to putting puzzles
Outside.
together?
Perimeter first.
Perimeter
outside.
first?
Outside
Perimeter
first.
Yeah.
Do you try to find a corner and work from a
Yep.
corner, or just
Doesn't matter.
you don't separate by colors? I mean, that's
I do the outside and then colors.
outside and then colors.
I find a random piece of the outside. And I just start building around that piece. And then I just look for patterns. I don't do colors. I try to see things that look like they'd be similar patterns.
So are you looking at the picture on the box to help you along?
Yeah. That
You
was-
are?
Always.
Yeah.
Always. Oh.
Otherwise, it's too puzzling.
Oh. All
You-
morning
you
long,
missed-
ladies and
you
gentlemen.
missed your
She's here
calling in life.
all
You missed your
morning
calling.
long.
What was
Can-
my calling?
Can your next book please be Dad Jokes Presented by Mom?
There you go.
And give me the credit for the title.
All right.
And don't forget to stop by the Media Center and check out the Perler Bead Station. I did find out that Shrinky Dinks, as our conversation yesterday, are still being used quite often, a lot more in crafts. People actually make them in like little book covers. I saw someone made a necklace out of book covers. But you know how they were making? They were melting down their reusable containers
Oh my God.
to make the
I
plastic.
remember
Wow.
these things.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
Shrinky Dinks. Yeah.
Oh my God.
This
I
might not
too
be the last time we
probably
hear it.
poisoned myself with these things.
Yes. Yeah. So we will probably have more talks to Shrinky Dinks this year because I just can't seem to let it go. All right. On August 28th, the historical events was this was the day of Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech, "I Have a Dream," during the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. Today was the day it was delivered.
Very cool.
Today is the birthday of Jack Black. He was born in 1969. He's an American actor, comedian, in case you didn't know, a musician, a guitar player. He's big on TikTok right now when he does his
Huge.
dance. Yes, yes.
Did he sing the greatest song and then made a tribute to that song?
Yes, he did.
It's awesome.
Yeah. And my favorite movie, of course, is School of Rock. There's
Oh,
just
yeah.
scenes in there still kill me every time I see that movie.
And I love the one he works in a record store.
Is that High
Fidelity?
John
Fidelity?
Cusack. Yes.
Fidelity.
High
Yes. I
Fidelity.
love that one.
And today's day is National Thoughtful Day. National Thoughtful Day begins with an opportunity to demonstrate how we value each other, to have a thoughtful celebration about goodwill and what it means to society. It's also National Red Wine Day. which will probably make you thoughtful. You have enough red wine? It will
Or
make
not.
you thoughtful.
Or not.
And it's
only if you're over 21.
yeah, exactly. It is a celebration of fall and signals a time of warmer sips. And wine drinkers know that red means tailgating and spicy foods. Now,
What?
that's
What?
I'm
Doesn't
reading
even
the
make
copy
sense. What
that's
are you
here
reading?
from their
Where do
website.
these people get this?
That's National Red Wine. I didn't
We
realize
still need
that
to make
red
up our own
wine
national day.
Yes.
and pumpkin spice day. Like pumpkin spice and red wine signal the fall, I guess.
Well, pumpkin spice, obviously. But
Yeah. And it's also National Power Ranger Day.
we are
on-
picking a day. We are making it our day. We are going to advertise it. AI is going to write the debrief.
Today's the day you're supposed to decide what your super strength or enhanced memory was going to be, and what color Power Ranger you would be.
Purple.
Purple.
Black. My ability to and my superpower is my ability to sleep whenever I want.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Green.
Green. I'm envious.
Oh man.
Manning.
Man.
Let's start writing this down. We'll self-publish ourselves.
Over the sports desk with Mama Manning.
All right. No new scores, of course.
Okay.
But I believe there was a volleyball scrimmage yesterday
There was
against Amity.
Against Amity.
And how did that go, Coach?
It went okay. I think I can definitively say that it went okay. We have some things to work on. We'll be
Always.
moving some things around, working on practice today to get ready for our next two scrimmages, Thursday and Friday.
Fantastic.
so-
Always good to start off with a tough one.
Amity was stout. They had very good service. I don't even know if they had a service error. Oh, maybe two
They had a couple later on.
out of 3 sets that they had. And they've got some 2 outside hitters that are going to be thunking away all season.
What size are they?
They are class
Double L.
Double L.
Double L.
Yeah.
Quite a challenge. Very
And we're
good.
going to see them in a tournament later
Oh.
this year. So it was good to go see what they look like now and then prepare for when we run into them, hopefully in the finals of that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, as Mr. Amato said, it's going to be a hot one today. So you got to hydrate. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
Yeah,
And
especially
good-
if they're going to be going outdoors.
Yes. Yep. So good luck, athletes, with your practices today.
And that's the sports. Over the news desk with Tomlin.
And now, with the latest headlines, over to the news desk with Tomlin.
Morning, Cup Top Story Saturday. First off, divest or we will defund. Pro-Palestinian student government makes good on its promise. So the pro-Palestinian activists at the University of Michigan at Ann Arbor were frustrated by their inability to persuade the university to divest endowment funds from Israel and military weapon manufacturers. So they came up with an idea: run a slate of candidates for student government based on provocative platform. They were elected, and now they have suspended all funding for student activities at the University of Michigan
Wow.
in
Whoa.
protest. This is a multi-million-dollar holdup. Now, students just reported back. Today is the University of Michigan's version of Club Fair, where all their organizations will be tabling so people can come up and see what they're offering. However, the only organization on the University of Michigan who is funded is, Mr. Amato, you'd be proud of this one,
Journalism.
their newspaper, because it is an
Wow.
independently funded organization, the only independent funding organization I'm aware of on the University of Michigan.
Really?
So they have funding, and the student government has funding, but the student government is holding up funding for every other club and student activity on campus.
You usually do find 2 student publications on a college. You find the one that is run by, I'm not necessarily run by, but hosted by, paid for
Mhm.
by the university or college. And then you have the other one, which is more student led.
Mhm.
There's usually 2 publications. That's probably the secondary publication they're talking about.
Independent.
The independent one, yes.
Okay. So just when you were worried about all the various viruses and illnesses, we now have to worry about the Oropouche virus,
The
also
what?
known as sloth fever.
Oh, I think I've had that. I
more-
think you just lay around.
Not quite. More than 20 people returning to the U.S. from Cuba have been infected with the virus transmitted by mosquitoes in recent months. Federal health officials said Tuesday they all had Oropouche virus. also
I
known as
just
the
like
sloth-
how you say it. I don't know. It
I'm
could be-
probably saying it wrong. I'm doing my best here.
Yeah.
None have died. There's no evidence that it's spreading in the United States, but officials are warning U.S. doctors to be on the lookout for the infection in travelers coming from Cuba and South America.
Wow.
Paris is inaugurating the Paralympic Games with never seen before opening ceremony in the city's heart.
When does that start?
Today.
Oh, it starts
So
today.
just when you thought Olympic fever was over, a brand new round is beginning. So this launches the Paralympic Olympics. More than 4,000 athletes with physical, visual, and intellectual impairments will be competing in 22 sports over the next 11 days. Pre-ticket sales on track. This will be, if it stays the way it's going, it's projected to be the second largest attended Paralympics in history.
Wow. I do like that one of the runners had made a post and go, stop saying that we are participating in the Paralympics. We are competing
Yes, they are.
in the Paralympics.
Yes,
These
they
are
are.
athletes.
Mhm. Leonard Rigo, who forged a book-selling empire, Barnes & Noble, has died at 83. The brash, self-styled underdog who transformed the publishing industry by building Barnes & Noble into the country's most powerful bookseller before it was overtaken by Amazon, has passed away at age 83.
Wow. Did you add the Amazon line in there, or was that part of the news story?
I edited it.
Okay, all right. Just throwing that out there.
The immigrant families are in limbo after a judge puts the U.S. program for spouses on hold. Biden administration this summer had announced a new U.S. citizenship pathway for immigrant spouses. However, a judge in Texas has temporarily suspended the program, putting about 500,000 immigrants in the U.S. in limbo. So this was if you are an illegal immigrant and you marry a United States citizen, there was a pathway for citizenship. This judge has paused the entire program, so about 500,000 people who had voluntarily participated in this program now don't really know what's going to be happening to them. Sticking with political news, I have two more stories for you.
Okay.
I end with a happy story. So the campaign of Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump are arguing in advance of their high-stakes September 10th debate. The big debate is whether or not the mic should be on the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something very standard whenever you have presidential debates. They argue about the smallest of details. Are you allowed a note card? How big is the note card? Are you allowed a pen with that note card? Is the mic always on? How long is the mic on? When does the mic get turned on? So so far, these two have not debated. The Harris campaign said they wanted to stick to the original plan put forward and agreed by Trump and Biden. The Trump campaign wanted additional debates. Harris campaign said, after we get this first one, we'll do additional ones. They've agreed to this, and now the Harris campaign is saying, okay, but we want the mics on the entire time. And the Trump campaign is now threatening to walk away from this debate, arguing that they should stick to the original plan, which the Trump campaign had been arguing to blow up that plan and to begin with the debate on September 3rd. So it's the dance of politics and the
Sometimes there's
negotiating.
a part of it that I get tired of. I'm like, oh
Well, you know
my
what to
God,
solve
like-
this problem is if everyone had just stuck to the Presidential Debate Commission, because they have you show
did
up
it
and you
the right way,
follow our
right.
rules. But this year,
Right.
everyone decided we're going to do our own thing. So now we are back to the Wild West of debates where it's negotiating and saying, I don't want to be on your channel. I want to be on your channel. Yeah, but if I'm on that channel, I want a note card. Yeah, well, I want this and I want this and I want a pony next to me. And there needs to be a unicorn running across the whole time.
It's the debate before the debate.
Yes, well, it's the dance to try to establish, pecking order and primacy.
And it's also trying to win. You're
Yes.
trying to get one up to show that you can out negotiate somebody else.
Right.
And
The
that's
two
part of the
campaigns are at
part of the
odds with
problem
each
right
other.
now is you're absolutely right. It becomes a part of the presidential campaign.
Yep.
They yielded to my demands. I am the dominant candidate.
It's the art of the deal.
It's the art of politics.
Yes.
And your feel good story, Travis and Jason Kelsey.
Oh.
You know you've been waiting for this. They signed a $100 million podcast deal.
Did
The
they really?
deal announced on Tuesday gives the company's Wondery Audio Network exclusive multimedia rights to the brothers' popular New Heights podcast.
All right, have you guys listened to that podcast before?
I do not.
I have. I've listened to it.
I
before.
listened to
Not
the spin-off series called Taylor Swift.
bad. I have not. I mean, I didn't know there was a podcast.
Yeah, it's amazing. It comes on CDs. You can listen to it.
What's a CD?
It's a
Could
silver
you explain
thing.
CD to me?
It's a silver thing. You can throw it at people.
Oh,
It's a
all right.
Chris Daly.
Interesting. Aren't you?
But they're trying to compete with the other brothers.
Who? There are no
From
other brothers.
Oasis?
They are back.
Manning.
Oh my God! There's BBC is covered in stories about this. They're definitely gonna be performing their amazing song, that one everyone knows. Other song they've talked about bringing new songs, making songs,
Yeah, Being songs. It's
being
awesome.
songs.
gonna be
Competing
good.
with the Manning brothers.
Who?
Oh, you be quiet.
Oh,
Oh, those are the guys who watch football, and we watch them watch football on TV.
Yes.
All right.
And they're
Yeah.
funny. And I want to be on the show.
I'll see if we can't get that to happen. Let's see if we can't get that to happen.
We should
That's
go
the
for it.
news with Tomlin. This morning, our topic is just going to be just an overview, introduction to how our year is going to be going with AI this year.
Aye, aye, aye.
Aye. Now, one of the things I've been doing or trying to do is every day when I do the interesting points of history, the birthdays, and the national days, I use AI to generate it, and it's bad. Like every date that I get as a rule is wrong. Like I have 3 historical events today. 2 of them were on the wrong date, so I didn't even use them. I have to go and
So
then
it's inaccurate
you
bad.
have?
I have to proof it. It said the first electric streetcar began operation today. It was August 19th. The 19th Amendment and the U.S. Constitution is ratified, and I think they said that was the 20th.
Oh.
And then 2 birthdays that I had on here were wrong. I deleted those, but so it's actually faster for me to go and generate the information on my own instead of using
Yes.
AI. Now, I don't think that's the case for everything, but I do find that with dates, it really struggles. It hallucinates a lot. Have you used it in your classes at all of yet?
I don't teach anymore. I just have AI speak for me, and I just move my lips.
I let my students teach. I just sit in the back.
Oh, great. All right, good.
Yeah.
We do have a little bit of AI that we have used ourselves here, like
You do?
the intro music that we have
Which I
here.
absolutely love.
Yeah, that is
It's an
AI
earworm.
generated.
I'm already humming it in the morning in the shower. It
The
is
lyrics
so-
were tweaked a little bit, but we did that. And both your bumps, my voice, but AI modulated.
I
so-
bump is pretty awesome. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah. So the sports bump and that's my voice overlaid and asked to throw all those elements in there. So there are some elements of AI I think that we can use, but I think going forward, how we use it in our class is going to be interesting.
I haven't used it for any materials yet. I have used it for graphic work to get some ideas. I'll go in and ask it to make a certain logo that looks a certain way, and I'll use that sort of as inspiration to build other things. And I've made a bunch of really dumb, corny songs, primarily just to play to my children,
I do.
because I have no musical talent, and I'm 100% okay acknowledging that. I failed as a drummer, failed as a kid in chorus. I think I failed recorder. I mean,
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one to put on the resume. A failed recorder.
listen, it's a talking point. Like, no one fails recorder because no one was ever meant to play it. I failed it.
I think it's going to be an interesting case study this year to see how it goes.
Yes,
I'm not
we have
to
year-long PD.
figure out how to use it.
Yes, positives and negatives. So we'll see.
I do like generating my old worksheets and putting it in there and having it turn into an online quiz or something along that line and taking all the typing work out. That one.
Well, I was going to say in the seminar, I like the fact that when we put it in, it told us we could use AI to tell us how easy AI could do the assignment for us.
Making durable lessons.
That was I could do that all day long. Like, that was really, for me, interesting and exciting. Like asking AI, like, do you think you could do this? And AI is like, yeah, I could do that, no problem. Out of 5, I could do that on 4. Like, yeah, that's no problem.
I think that's going to be the most important tool for teachers
Yeah.
to say is, hey, can we figure this out
Yeah.
if they're going to be able to use AI to do our lessons? So that is not the last time we're going to talk about it. We'll revisit this as we go on, but it is the PD that we have for this year. It's one
exciting
of
stuff.
the things that we'll be working on. So good luck. This is us in real life. I just want to let you know it's not AI generated this episode. Maybe one of these days we'll try
yes,
that.
it will be.
Oh, yes, it will be. And on behalf of the show, I just want to remind you, she's Mama Manning. He's Tomlin. I'm Amato. Good morning, Woodland.
Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional, we're knocking down the door.
Every morning at 7 a.m.
Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram too. We're streaming on Spotify, we're reaching out to you. Join the Morning Mayhem crew.
Knocking down the door.